February 17, 1801, the United States presidential election of 1800 is finally decided. The election was a hotly contested one between the Federalist incumbent John Adams and his now Democratic-Republican Vice President Thomas Jefferson. The election had gone to the House of Representatives because Jefferson and his running mate Aaron Burr had finished in a tie in the Electoral College vote. At that time, each elector cast 2 votes, and the president was the individual who received the most votes, while the vice president the candidate who received the second most electoral votes. To avoid a tie between the 2 candidates for each party, one elector from each party was supposed to vote for someone else. That happened with the Federalists, with Adams receiving 65 votes, his running mate Charles Pinckney 64, and John Jay 1. However, for a number of reasons, the Democratic-Republican electors didn't follow through on that plan. So both Jefferson and Burr received 73 electoral votes. Because of the tie, constitutional provisions sent the decision to the House of Representatives, where each state delegation would have 1 vote. You'd think at that point the vote would be pretty simple, but it wasn't. Even though Jefferson was the preferred presidential choice of Democratic Republicans, Burr didn't just step aside. In addition, an individual representative could vote for Jefferson, Burr, or choose no selection. At this time in American history, there were 16 states. The House began voting on February 13, 1801, and for 4 days and 35 ballots, Jefferson was the preference of 8 states, Burr 6 states, and no selection, the preference of 2 states. Jefferson needed 9 votes for a majority, but he couldn't get it. Finally, on the 36th ballot, Alexander Hamilton persuaded enough Federalists to drop their support for Burr, and Thomas Jefferson was elected the 3rd President of the United States on February 17, 1801. As a result of this election, the Constitution was changed with the passage of the 12th Amendment in 1804, which requires electors to specifically vote for only 1 candidate for president and 1 for vice president.